Everybody, how are you?
Excellent. I am excited to be here. Sorry about being a minute or so late. I was on the phone and had to say, "Oh, I gotta get back with you. I got something super important to do, which is to deliver this presentation on what we're doing with DFY." And I've got to pull up the presentation here in a second,
No problem.
but first I'll start with kind of how we ended up getting here, why we're here, what our purpose is,
Let me go
and
ahead and
then
introduce you real quick, buddy.
that'll be perfect. And I'll pull up the presentation while you're doing that. All right.
Sounds great. All right, guys, welcome to the Done For You, also known as DFY Airdrops. I noticed we have several new people in here tonight, today, tomorrow, wherever you're joining in. Thank you so much for taking the time. We have an exciting presentation of what airdrops are, what we're doing here at Done For You, and all the exciting things going on. So, welcome, welcome. If you guys are in and around the industry or ecosystem of blockchain and cryptocurrency, Web3, a lot of excitement going on. And today, Mr. Peter Gantner, my partner, is going to present to you guys, who is a lifelong entrepreneur, has huge success, especially in the business arena, and of course the Web3 space. He's a man with all solutions, and together with our team, we have put together what you now see on our screen is Next Web3 and our Done For You airdrop. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to you, Mr. Peter Gantner.
Excellent. Thank you, buddy. I'm going to start off with kind of how we got here and why we're here. So we've been in the crypto space for quite some time, Web3, blockchain space, and really have seen, the development and the move forward of the industry and where it's headed to. And our belief system is that this will be the biggest transfer of wealth in human history to individuals, to an everyday person that's out there, not one that's connected with family or already super wealthy. But we believe for the average person, this is absolutely the greatest chance for that you to develop wealth, to build, for anyone that we share this with. And there's real core business reasons why. And I'm not going to get into those today, but what I would like to get to is where we're at. So when I first got involved in the crypto space, my first experience was not very positive, right? It was difficult to figure out how to get involved and become a part of it. But over time, I got through that. We began to build what we call the Nexus Ecosystem, and we put together a super strong system to onboard people and help them get started into crypto. So our goal is to help grow the space. And it's not just a financial matter for us to grow this space. It's actually, we understand that a decentralized future is the best future for all of us, right? Every single person on the planet. If we go away from centralized systems more to decentralized systems with a little bit of centralized in there, we know that we'll all be better off. And so that was kind of what got us on this journey to put this together. And so we began to work with crypto projects, and we work with quite a few incredible projects, Otherverse and some of the other projects that we work with that are absolutely going to revolutionize this space of Web3. And we're still working with those projects and moving them forward. About 8 years ago, we came up with a concept that was that there would be this participatory economy, where instead of everybody having a job, people would participate with projects, companies, and they would actually earn a residual income off of that participation. And the reason why that would come about is technology would replace so many jobs that everybody who has a job today might not be able to find one. Of course, that was 8 years ago. AI was in movies and things like that, and they were working on the background, but it wasn't prevalent. It is absolutely positively that AI will replace several 100 million people in the next 6 to 8 years that are right now currently working. Now, maybe there's some miracle that helps create a new 600 and 800 million jobs, but for the most part, there will probably be a lot of people that are working today that won't be able to do that. And so along though with the participatory economy is we came up with the concept of community is commerce, and that is a community coming together with a common purpose of benefiting everybody else who's in the community. So not a traditional home-based business where the cream rises to the top and the recruiters make a whole bunch of money. This was a concept and an idea of every single person that's involved in the project has the opportunity to build wealth. And we found that that is exactly what Web3 is. And through this process of Web3, we could accomplish that goal. 1,000 people in the community, 1,000 people gaining in digital wealth. And so that led us to getting into crypto. We launched a project, started working on some stuff. But last October, I was on the phone with a member towards the end of the month, and they had mentioned that they wanted to do more in the projects. They wanted to get more involved, but they just didn't have the finances to be able to do it. A short time after that, through Altcoin Buzz, which is a channel on YouTube, they have a Patreon thing. I belong to it. They sent out the email saying that, congratulations to the people that did the TIA airdrop. I went and checked. It was $1,300 that they had received if they followed their instructions of free digital money. They just simply had to do some tasks and they would have gotten this $1,300. And I thought back to a little bit earlier, the member who said they did not have enough funds. So I thought, I got the answer to it. We'll just help our community. We'll get them the information they need for them to do these airdrops by themselves. And then they would get the digital assets, and then they could leverage that. They could grow it. So they could get a $1,300 airdrop that became $10,000 or $50,000 or $100,000 over the course of the next 18, 24, 36 months. And it would help solve the problem. They could get involved in as many projects as they wanted to. Well, so we created videos. In the meantime, while we were creating these videos and doing this stuff, the price of TIA, which was the digital asset that they received, kept going up. So then it was $1,500 and $2,000 if you would have gotten this airdrop just a few months earlier. So some members came to me and said, hey, Peter, we love the membership side of things, but we need to do something else. We need something else. And that got me to think about it. And I thought, you know what? The best way, I left out a part of it. And that is, after creating a video, and we created a 7-page document to get through one airdrop. We created several videos and documents for this. Only about a dozen people out of about 600-800 active people actually did the airdrop itself. Very disappointing for the amount of work that myself and Jan put into it. It was pretty disappointing that that was the result, but I understood why. I talked to my sister, who didn't, you're going to see in the presentation, Nadia, who actually went through it, why it was hard for her to do. I talked to my sister, and it was, at first I didn't have the time to do it, but then it was the intimidation of doing it. And so with that experience, I said, we have to get people to do airdrops. It is so important. And you're going to see in the presentation, tens of billions of dollars has been given away to people that have participated in these. We're not talking about a few dollars. We're talking about hundreds of projects that have done it already, thousands more that are going to do it. And we're talking about possibly as much as $1 trillion being given away through these airdrops for the people that are able to get through them and get them done. And that's where DFY comes in. So we sat down, I said, okay, if people aren't going to do them themselves, why don't we just do them for them? And so that's the process we built. We built the tech stack. We built everything that's necessary. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to share my screen now that I've kind of set the stage for what we're doing. And we're going to talk about through airdrops. So what are airdrops? Airdrops are, and I'm not going to read what's here on the screen. They are rewards programs. So just like your sandwich rewards program, just like your, Buffalo Wild Wings, or whatever restaurant, whatever store you shop at, grocery store, you go in and you participate with that business. So grocery stores are in the business of selling groceries. So if you go through and fill up your cart with groceries, you go to the checkout, they have a rewards program. They give you set points or rewards for shopping with their store. Supposed to get you to go, I got to go to Fry's because I need more points, or I got to go to Safeway because I'm in their points program. I need to get my 10 cents or 30 cents off of a gallon of gas. They'll run specials, right? Get your prescription here and get, 50 cents off, 30 gallons of gasoline. That's exactly what these projects are doing. But instead of, that's a savings. So if I'm going to spend $200 on gas and I can get 30% off, I save $60. Probably never going to make me rich, but it's better for me to have the $60 than for the gas station, right? That's not what we're talking about here, because we're talking about the rewards here that you get when you do this are rewards that have a value to it in the service or product that is actually being delivered. I'm going to use an example. My favorite sub shop, Jersey Mike's, hands down, right? Love their subs. If I go eat so many subs, I get points and I get a free 8-inch or, foot long sub after a period of time. Imagine instead of me getting sandwich points, what if I got points that I could redeem for shares in the company? I want you to think about that. So all the years that I've eaten at Jersey Mike's, I get a share. So as the value of the company goes up, the value of it. So if I want to use that share to buy more subs, maybe back in the day it would buy a half a sub. Now it'll buy 100 subs, right? Great example, right? So that is what we're talking about here with the rewards program. We're talking about rewards that have the ability not just to give me value, but to grow in value, go up in value and increase it. So let's look at some of the airdrops that have happened here. These are real airdrops. This is from 425. The digital assets were priced on what the market was on 425. It's not the highest they've ever been. It's just where they were on that date. Aptos, $1,715 on one airdrop. Blur, $1,265. Uniswap, $4,762. Arbitrum, over $2,000. This is like what? Nearly nearly $10,000 in value that you could have received. You could have put in a trading bot, which we'll talk about a little later on. You could have staked it and earned an APY on it in digital assets. There's a lot you could have done to grow this. But I want you to think about, time-wise, I would say that the investment time to earn all 4 of these airdrops would be probably about 2 to 3 hours. That's how much time you would have spent. And you probably would have spent about $200 in digital assets to qualify, the gas fees, the cost of it. How worth it would it be to spend a few hours and get a $10,000 back and a few $100s? Probably very valuable. Well, what if I told you there's a service where you can still get the value, but you don't have to spend the time because you can hire somebody to do it for you? And that's exactly what DFY is. We went back and looked at the top 10 airdrops that happened between 2020 and 2023. A few of them are on our list, a few of them are not. Those airdrops alone over that 4-year period of time airdropped over $21 billion, guys. That's with a B, $billion in the hands of the people who did these tasks, right? These simple tasks that are available. Now, there were hundreds, probably even 1,000 airdrops in that period of time. So the total airdrop market was way higher than this. This is just the top 10 airdrops that have taken place. A matter of fact, I want to point out one here, DXDY right here, or DYDX. One of the people we know, they did some tasks, spent a little bit of their capital on it. Their airdrop was over $27,000, one airdrop. Guys, that is life-changing money if you're able to take that and grow it. That is absolutely incredible. That could become hundreds of thousands, maybe even more if it's handled properly over the next, 6 to 10 years. So I want you to think about that. So why is it that so many people did not do the airdrop when we created this document? This is the document, the walkthrough step by step to just get through one airdrop. Okay. So, and especially if you don't know crypto, this would be a very hard task to go through. So let's hear from Nadia, because she is one of our members that actually made it through the 3 airdrops that we did the videos and the documents for. So let's hear from her how, the effects it had on her.
It was really challenging, and I have to say I had to do it in small chunks because it was mentally sort of exhausting for me. So I probably took a whole week to do 3 airdrops. Yeah, I worked on it for, I'm sure it was at least a whole week, and I would just have to study, and it was nerve-wracking because signing into a site with my wallet, kind of scary. So I'm super pleased with having someone do it for me. And I may try to tackle some myself, with another wallet. The more you do, the better you get at it. But it was definitely something I several times thought, I can't do this. But I persevered.
So guys, and you can do these yourself and you can persevere, or you can do what I believe is the best way to get this done, and that is to hire us to do it for you. And I'm going to explain to you why, because it's not simply go do an airdrop. You've got to make sure you're doing the right airdrop. So you can do it yourself or hire us to do it. So we've created a whole new business category here. We call it ADAS, and it's based on the similar to SaaS, which is basically software as a service. So what we've created is ADAS, which is airdrops as a service. So a new category, instead of people doing them themselves, having somebody do it for them. Now, we do not use software to do these tasks for you. We actually have human beings, real people, that are doing each and every single task through the process to get this done. So we're still creating the value for the project and the value for you. So DFY Next Web3 has assembled a team of airdrop pros who are fully vetted, experienced in crypto, and highly trained. Okay. The DFY process is simple. We research. So this is if you're going to do this yourself, right? You're going to need to research at least 10, 15, 20 projects to find one or two core ones that you believe are worth doing. Because as I said, there's 10 of them over that period of time that were at $20 billion. There's probably 100 that didn't create anything. As a matter of fact, I've seen about 4 airdrops here recently that if you would have participated in them, you'd be very disappointed. $30, $20, $45 that were the compensation. But it's because when the people were promoting these, they're not looking at the business fundamentals that would help you make a decision to get involved. I'll give you some of the airdrops we're doing. Layer 0 has the potential to be a $10 or $20 billion project. That can be a huge airdrop. ZK Sync, billions of dollars in value. Barachain has raised significant amounts of money, has the potential to be a multi-billion-dollar, if not more, project. These are projects that when the airdrops happen, they can be substantial enough for you to benefit from. So that's the first part, is doing the research. Then you have to build out the pathway to get the airdrop done. You could probably go find a YouTuber that might give you some instructions, but are they right or are they wrong, right? Because you don't get specific instructions. You actually need to figure this stuff out yourself. We do that, and then we do all those activities. The next part of that's important is being able to track. So if you do 10 airdrops yourself, you need to track 10 different projects on an ongoing basis. Why? Because if you don't know the airdrop is taking place and you don't claim your airdrop within a set period of time, guess what? You don't get that airdrop. I don't know, Corey, were we able to get the video where they talk about 30-something% of the people did not claim the airdrop? Were we able to get that in the presentation?
Not as of yet, my friend.
Okay, we're going to get that in there, guys. There is a project where they show a video on it, and it's a short video, but they talk about 30-something% of the people that qualified for the airdrop did not claim it. Now, it'd be great to, it's hard if you miss an airdrop, but if you actually did all the work and you qualified for it and you did not receive it, that's even more frustrating. So we keep track of it. We follow these airdrops on a daily basis to make sure that we have the most relevant information. And then the AXAs go claim it for you with a secure wallet. And then that is transferred directly to your wallet where you have 100% control of it. We do not take a piece of the airdrop. You pay us to do a service, and we provide that service. And we have some promises that make sure that this is going to be a profitable situation for you. Okay. So once the airdrop has been initiated, DFY, AXA, which are our airdrop expert assistants, jump through all the hoops for you. Best news ever. All your airdrop details and updates can be found on your Next Web3 dashboard. So we're going to feed you the information that you need. Now, the promises that we make, which are significant, is if you don't receive an airdrop within 6 months of us completing it, we're going to do another new airdrop for you. And then if you get that airdrop, you just get double the airdrops, right? So we guarantee that this is not going to take you, 10 years, right, to get your airdrops. The second thing we do is we guarantee that the average price of the first day of trading on that token is what you're going to receive is above $150 US dollars, which means that every single airdrop, our target is over $300 to $400, with, of course, we're hoping that some of them, there were just some recent airdrops that were over $2,000 Those are the ones that we're shooting for you guys to get you as much as possible. We do promise that you're going to, if you buy 3 airdrops, you're going to get back at least 450 USDT, which is a stable coin on there in value on it. All right, that we're going to base it on. Okay, so if the activity that was done for you on a particular airdrop does not qualify you, we will replace it with another airdrop. So if we figure out what the pathway is, we do that pathway, the day comes, they go, oh, sorry, you're not qualified. Guess what? We're doing another airdrop for you. You will receive 3 airdrops if that's what you get. And those 3 airdrops will be at least $150 or more in value. And then, of course, we're meeting the minimum criteria, meaning we're finding great projects for you to get involved with that have the potential to be worth thousands, if not more. And also so you can leverage those, whether it's staking or trading or any of that stuff, in order to benefit from it. So we have 4 packages that are available, guys, anywhere from 3 airdrops to 40 airdrops. As well, you'll provide some digital assets. This is what we'll use to actually do the products and, you know, the transactions for you, the staking, those type of things. And again, we don't take any of the airdrop. 100% of that goes to you for you to benefit from. Let's see, we're running let's talk real quick. We have one other package. So with this one here, you need to get involved in crypto a little bit more. But let's say that, you know, you don't want to you're not ready to get your digital wallet yet. You're not ready to do some of the things that are necessary for doing that. You can actually purchase our airdrop only package. The main difference is instead of 6 months, it's 18 months, because these are way early projects that have to go through testnet. And this is and there's 0 digital assets that need to be provided in order for us to get through those airdrops. Okay. Right now, we're running some specials. We extended these from last month. They had actually ended, but we wanted to extend them. If you buy a 9 package or more, 9 airdrop package or more, you can get anywhere from 1 free airdrop up to 4 free airdrops. If you buy the $2,000 one, again, minimum 150 each. You can do the math on that benefit. But of course, we hit what I believe we can, it'll be much greater. So now we don't only have you can just get the airdrop package. You don't need to do our membership side of it. And you can put your toe in the water, test it out. You start getting some digital assets and you go, now that I have these digital assets, what can I do with them? How do I handle this stuff? Well, we've created our digital membership, which is in addition to just the airdrop packages. They're called Avagamis. And the benefit of these is Web3 education. So if you got involved and said, hey, I'd like to get some digital assets, you get some digital assets and you're like, oh, now, you know what? I kind of like getting $4,000 in digital assets. Can I take it to 40,000? Can I take it to 400,000? Can I make $1 million in digital assets going through this? That is exactly what this membership is all about. It's about helping you learn and get educated on things that are going on in Web3. It's also about you being able to get early access to projects, as well as our digital membership or investment club, essentially, where you'll be able to get in early. That's launching in the middle of the year, and I'll cover that in a second. But the most important thing here is this. It's our membership in the DAO. A DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. It means that the holders of it, so a DAO is always represented by either a token or some type of digital asset. In our case, the DAO is represented by these Avagamis, these characters, these digital characters that we've created, is what represents the ownership, the decision-making ability in the DAO. And so by holding these Avagamis, you're going to be in our Web3 Digital Asset Club, which is the early access to projects. As our community gets bigger, these projects will become more beneficial. Virtual metaverse, crypto events. This is where you're going to get to meet people that have the inside information on the technology, the innovators in the space. But here's the big one: a DAO reward unit. Every Avagami, depending on which one it is, has a set number of reward units attached to it. Those reward units give you ownership in this DAO. Now, currently, this DAO will be a reward-based DAO where you'll get rewards from that side of it. But you have a set ownership just by holding these Avagamis, all right, and being part of our digital membership. So part of that digital membership is our trading software. It's called NSI. We're going to have a video here, probably I'm hoping in the next week, that will be one of our members that'll explain to you that she made 840% in the last 12 months using this software. The great part is we're changing this up a little bit to be able to trade the digital assets that you receive. So you get a layer 0 airdrop. You can say, you know what, I don't want to sell it and cash it out to fiat. I actually want to grow it. So you can use this software in order to buy, sell, trade it in the marketplace and grow that digital asset. All right. Otherverse is our partner in the metaverse. We believe in a decentralized future and Web3 and everything that it stands for. We understand and know that the metaverse will be the core of Web3. And I have to tell you guys, Mark Zuckerberg changed the name of Facebook to Meta. And the reason why he did that is he understands that the metaverse will be the core of Web3. He understands the future. It's our digital future and where we're heading to. However, we believe that Otherverse has the ability to be bigger and better than anything that Meta is building, okay? Which means what? Huge opportunity for the community that is helping drive that and move that forward. That is us. We are the community that are driving this and moving this forward. Citibank has a division that looks at trends, and they did a report on the metaverse. They're estimating that by 2030, which is only 6 years away, there'll be 5 billion people touching the metaverse every single day, which would be Web3, and it would be an $8 to $13 trillion industry. Imagine putting yourself in front of an $8 to $13 trillion with the project that will become the #1 player in that space. Absolutely incredible. All right, our digital and asset clubs. These will be clubs of 99 people. We'll have software technology we're putting together and everything for these to run. It'll be launching in mid-2024. And essentially what this is, it's set up for you to be able to get in as early as possible in a project. Story I'll tell here is that Jeff Bezos forced his brothers and sisters each to invest $10,000. He talked them into it, into Amazon. Today, they are billionaires. Are they billionaires because they invested in Amazon, or are they billionaires because of when they invested in Amazon? They were able to get in at the earliest possible point. So when they got involved, their 10,000 got them enough to turn it. You put $10,000 in Amazon today and never become a billionaire. You had to do it at the right stage at the early point. And that's what we're going to help people do with digital assets. All right. So we have a whole group of partners. I'm not going to get into that. Want to get everybody off. I spent a lot of time talking, but we have partner projects that are going to feed us these. Now, if you say, hey, I want the airdrop package and the Avagamis, we sell them together right now. So you can get our lowest Avagami, which is normally $50. Here you can get it for $35 more in this package, and then all the way up to our biggest package, which is an additional $900. But I want to show you the value of that $900 right here. I'm just going to show you the biggest one. All of them have additional value. You can get this chart and look at it. Here are just the airdrop packages. So 90 airdrops, the affiliate program, and 3 private onboarding sessions. For the extra $900, you're going to get 30 months trading of Digibot, which is worth more than the $900 itself if you bought it individually month to month. You're going to get Digital Asset Club, 20 years. That club is about a $20 to $25 a month fee. So you can see that that's more than the entire cost of the whole package. You're going to get 28 DAO reward units, so 28 pieces of the ownership of the DAO. As well, you're going to get 6 months of UVIP membership in Otherverse. That's $120 value right there. And you're going to get discounts in the 3 onboarding and lots of other stuff. So the alpha access, just the information alone that you'll get by being with people that are shakers and movers in the space will produce the value that's there. If you do decide to get the digital membership with the airdrops, you, instead of getting 4 airdrops extra on the biggest package, you get 9. And then, of course, on the middle package, it goes from 2 to 3. So 1 extra airdrop there if you decide to do that. So if you're ready to jump in, get back with the person who invited you here, or you can visit nextweb3.io. There's a referral list there. You can pick the person and invite it. We do have an affiliate program here. And I encourage you that if somebody invited you here, use their affiliate link to get involved, because they deserve to benefit from sharing this with you. This is an incredible opportunity. And it's the only one that I know of, at least right now, where 100% of every single person will benefit and gain and have a positive experience with it. So I'm going to stop there. I would think we have one question here, and then I'm going to go through the comp plan. The comp plan is about 5 minutes, guys. It's pretty quick. Can you explain the task? Oh, yes, the tasks are staking. The tasks are swapping. The tasks are providing LP liquidity for the project. The tasks are minting NFTs. So those are the types of tasks that we'll do. Some are in social media, which we're still working on adding that together onto it, but we'll do those. So those are the main core 4 tasks that we'll do there on the different projects and on projects within the projects, right, within the ecosystems. So hopefully that helps out there for you to understand what the tasks are. Nadia really pointed it out. The toughest part about doing airdrops is, so before I attached my site, me and Corey were going on a site today, and we didn't just go to Google and put it in and find it. Initially, we found it on Google, but then we went and found them on social media. Then we went and found their website. From there, we were very careful to not just say, put it in Google and run it and check. So it took us, 4 to 5 minutes to verify that it was the right site and then do that. Imagine doing that, 8 times on one airdrop. That's 40, 50 minutes just to review once you've done the research to figure out what that pathway is. So, and I would encourage everybody to do that. Never connect your wallet to a random site out there. You will get yourself in trouble at some point in some time. And what I mean by trouble is your wallet drained out to have nothing left in it. Okay. We've seen it happen too many times out there. So, all right. So I'm going to jump back in, guys, and go through the comp plan. I don't see any other questions here. A comp plan, super simple, 2-level affiliate program, 18 and 10%, 18 first level. So we take the full dollar value, no discounts or any of that. If somebody spends $1,000, you get 18% of that. Goes to the second level. If anybody that you bring in directly yourself spends any amount of money, you're going to get a full 10% of what they spend. So they buy a $1,500 pack, let's say, you're going to get 10% of that. All right. So those are the 2 levels that are there on the direct side. Let's hear from Herschel. He's one of our members, about what he thinks about the program and the affiliate program.
Safe and profitable are 2 words that you typically don't find in the same sentence when speaking in reference to the crypto space. NextWeb3 has broken the mold with their new product offering called Done For You Airdrops. An entirely new category has been introduced into the blockchain world called coined Airdrops as a Service. And more importantly, they are allowing individuals like me and you the ability to share their products and services with friends, family, and loved ones around the world. Not only myself, but many others are making hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a week, sharing the services that they provide in a safe environment. I encourage you to find out more.
So for me, guys, the best absolute program is out there is knowing that you can earn a commission off of 100% of everybody that you share it with, benefiting from whatever product or service that you're sharing with them. And of course, the products or service that we're sharing is one that gets them digital assets, digital wealth. All right. So we also have 4 bonus pools. One is our 4% pool. It's simple. Every quarter, we take 4% of the total sales volume and we put those funds in a pool. And then depending on your total volume that you create, impact on the community, we go ahead, and when you hit 250,000 in volume, you get 1 point in the pool. That 1 point gives you 1 share of the pool. And then it goes up from there. You add another 250, so a total of 500, it's 2 points. You go to $1 million, it's 4 points. You go to 2 million, it's 10 points. We have an example down here. It's just a hypothetical example at this point. 6 million in volume over the quarter, and 4% of that's $240,000 with a total of 49 points in the pool. It's $4,898 per point. So in that period of time, if you would have hit the 2 million in volume, you would actually get a $48,000 check that month for doing it. Actually, it's not a check; it's digital assets that we send via stablecoin to your wallet. All right. The next pool is on sales volume. So it's the dollar value of all of your sales on your first and second level. It's paid out monthly. The top 25 people receive a share in this bonus pool, with the first place person, the one that's done the most business volume, getting 15 shares in the pool, which can be significant because it's 2% of the total. So let's say we do 1 million, there's 20,000 in the pool, there's 100 points. That is equal to $200 per point. So this first place would receive a $3,000 bonus for first place in that given month. Same thing with the second pool, it's 2%, another 2% of the total business volume. But this one is on the same packages, but instead of us looking at the dollar value of those packages, we look at the quantity of the packages. How many packages did you have come in? And the reason why is each one of those packages represents a community member. You help grow the community. So this is the community bonus right here for helping grow the community. Top 25, very similar, paid monthly. The final one is a 2% pool. And this is my favorite because it's a matching point on anybody in your first and second level that earns a point. I've watched a lot of people in these bring in people that just go out and knock the ball out of the park, and they're making a few bucks here, but not anything substantial. The person's getting bonuses. They're in the 4% pool, they're in the 2%, the 2%. They're going, well, I'm happy for them and excited for them. They're not getting it. You will get a matching point, and that's paid quarterly out of this pool. That is their entire comp plan, guys. Very, very simple. Right now, we're running a promotion for promoters. If you earn a certain amount of volume, you can earn a 3-pack of free airdrops up to a 90 pack of airdrops. 90 free airdrops. Imagine 90 free airdrops, minimum 150 each. You're talking about, that's what, $13,000, over $13,000. But what if they're all 400, 500 and some thousand and some $2,000 airdrops? This is a substantial bonus to help us grow the community. And here's the cool part about it is the bigger the community, the more value we can provide, the more digital wealth that we can build for each and every single member, including you. All right, so that's the value there. We have 3 other promotions running right now. And that is, I think we took it out. Okay, good. I wasn't using it anyway, so they took it out of there. But we're running 3 promotions. One is we're giving away 5,000 in crypto. Matter of fact, I'll be sending that to the last people who want it. They'll be getting that in the next day. We've got that figured out, got everybody's wallets connected. We're also running some extensions on the Digital Asset Club if you get the Avagamis. And then we have a special group of Avagamis that you can actually earn. Can't buy them, you can only earn them. And that is our bronze, silver, and gold Avagami, which have ownership in the DAO and voting rights within the DAO. So they're super beneficial. They have long-term benefit to it. I'm going to check and see. I think we have one question here. How long does it take to get your airdrop? Helen, that's something that we don't know. So we started doing the first airdrop about 6 weeks ago. The first airdrop that we'll receive will be in June. So that was about a 6 weeks plus another 4 or 5. So that was about a 10 to 15 week process right there. 10 to 12 weeks, I guess, for people to get their first airdrop of the first 3. Right now, we're working on ZK Sync and Barachain for them. We don't have a date. So airdrops don't say, hey, by the way, we're going to do it in this date. They normally just keep going. And then at some point, they surprise you and say, hey, by the way, we're doing your snapshot. That is how they figure out who qualifies for it. And then they'll give us a date for the airdrop. So we can't give a real time frame, but I would say that if you're doing the 3-pack within 3 to 6 months, you should receive all 3 airdrops and have that going. They can be sooner though, because we're working on 3 right now. That all 3 of those may happen by July, and if those 3 happen in July and you got in today, we would get you in. The 3 layer 0 is already passed, so we can't get you in that one. But the 3 that we would get you in they're all supposed to happen by July. So right now we're in May. So you'd have 3 months. You'd have your 3 airdrops from there. But I would say 3 to 6 months for the 3 airdrop package. For the 9 airdrop package, you're going to add a couple months onto that. And for the bigger package, you're going to add a few more months onto that to get through those. So hopefully that answers the question. The key is that these are free digital assets that you're receiving for that, for us getting those tasks done. So with that, guys, I am going to say my daughter's here from out of town because my son graduated from college yesterday. So we're going to go out to dinner, and I want to jump off here pretty quickly. But I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Corey will be doing another presentation on Thursday. You can invite people to. If you need more information, get back with the person inviting here. We'll get you all the information you need, everything that you need. The cool thing is we have set up the only system I know of that has Zoom people ready to onboard you, help you through the entire process. So if you don't know anything about crypto, don't worry about it. We'll walk you through the process of getting that set up. And we don't mean by just sending you a video and saying, have at it. We're going to actually put you on a Zoom call and have somebody walk step by step on exactly what you need to do. There's not very many people, if anybody else, doing this in the space. So thank you for joining us tonight. I look forward to seeing you on future presentations. I normally do the Tuesday presentation. Corey does the Thursday presentation. So thank you, and we'll see you guys soon.